Welcome to a replica of the oldest Anarchy server in Minecraft, 2B2T. Now as you can see, this map has been colonized by 4 factions. The builders, the miners, the grifters, and the farmers. These 4 factions currently are living in harmony, but that will not be the case anymore in our game of WorldBox World Domination. Alright, and what is WorldBox World Domination, you might ask? Well, let me explain. I allows the 4 kingdoms that I have put down here to extend to their furthest potential, to colonize every single pixel that is colonizable, except for, small island like this. And of course, I allows their culture to flourish to the max level. And with a switch of a button, diplomacy and run of events shall be on, and the kingdom will have great war against each other. There should be only one kingdom left standing at the end of this, and that kingdom shall be the winner, the world dominator, you might say. Anyway, the game has already started, so let's speed up the time until we can actually see the effect of war. So far, the kingdom are still kind of at an equilibrium. So you can see here, the last time we already have an orcish victory thanks to their dominance in power, in manpower, orc power rather, and of course their inherent regeneration. Also, their health is actually much higher than... No, their health is not much higher. I was bamboozled by a comment, but... Well, I guess it is kind of higher. Higher than the human, at least. Not higher than the dwarfs. This guy is not the representation. Elves. Elves at 140, it seems. Alright. Enough of that. Let me put it on sonic speed. We shall wait until the kingdoms start to declare war. So as you can see, on this map we have a bunch of, a lot of oceans actually. There are a lot of like separate ocean around here. This is separate, this is separate, this is separate, this is separate, and these 2 are also separate oceans. Now, of course, this should be a single ocean, but we have a giant wall that kind of like, running across here. A particularly special feature of this map, which is mimicking the 2B2T, this line, this wall over here. They divide the kingdoms and of course the border in very distinct kind of fashions, as you can see here. There are villages that has a lot of they have like sports going all over the place. And what do you know? The miners have declared war on the builders. Not exactly the kind of diplomatic relationship I would expect to see from these 2, but it has to start somewhere. Now, right now I don't see... Oh, there we go. Already a very intense combat happening over here. We have archers, we have hammers, hammer dwarf, we have fighting all over the place. And this is only only 2 kingdoms are joining. And it's already this chaotic. This village here has been destroyed. Ijairo? Ijairo, I don't know. Well, I mean, if you look at the map, oh, the Grifter had declared war on the miners, so it seems that the orc have also joined the fray. Now, if the orcs are joining on the victory side, it might be a little bit easy to like just say, oh, the orc are like gonna win this time also. I disagree. If the orc are, well, the orc does certainly have an advantage, but if the orc can be, you know, targeted by the surviving kingdoms, we might see a little bit more of an exciting finish. The Grifter has declared war on the farmers. See, the orc can never like sit still. They will have to try and attack any other kingdoms. So if the other kingdom can settle their difference and attack the orc, they might have a chance. Right now though, it seems that the miners are not doing so well after getting attacked by the grifters, the orcs. And yeah, several villages over here in the center has already been demolished. But of course, the orcs are also taking some damage, mainly from the elvens, from the farmers. Archer elves in on this you know, location is doing pretty well as they are slowly advancing. There's a tunnel here that goes straight into the northern area of the map. Now, of course, if someone can like ambush this location, it's gonna be very devastating for whomever is like passing by. Doesn't seem to be the case. The elves are still holding the ground. Several ships are kind of like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they are like going over here. Pretty sure there's like no way to go across from this side. The dwarves, the miners, are actually the largest kingdom by population in the beginning of the game. Wow, look at this guy. How they look like ants. They're very orderly. Who are you from? Where are you from? The farmers. Okay, so they are elves. But now they are the smallest kingdom currently by population. Seems that the war have taken quite a big toll on them. Now, as you can see here, the miners does not have very much territories. Central area over here is a little bit better defended. They are surrounded by walls and stuff like that. But the territory outside is kind of surrounded by other kingdoms. The farmers actually got a lot of isolated island over here, so they might be better off even if they are attacked. The grifters does actually have some sort of advantage like that. We have over here an island. We have, you know, this area is pretty much well defended. You have to get through every single place over here, and in order to get to the center area. I mean no, I wouldn't say it's the center. It's like the I don't even know what to call the peninsula. And the builders is not very spread out. They are kind of concentrated on this forest patch over here. And they have a peninsula. Now, of course, there's also this place, which is kind of a newly expanded territory for the grifters. So they might be able to kind of like extract and exploit that area, that land, for their cause. Hang on. so far, the farmers has been doing pretty well. They are steadily advancing. Just kind of like go onto this bridge, and they just kind of like go and shoot anything in sight. Pretty solid strategy. And this road over here is like kind of just leads straight into the grifter like central area. You know, the metropolis is like, well, the metropolis over here has already been taken down, but currently this area is one of the more populous location. You could say that the farmer have so far done pretty well. I mean, the population is still the best out of all the kingdoms. Their territory have steadily advanced. Their army is doing pretty well. And yeah, the most like dangerous enemy for them, the grifters, are currently not having so good of a, you know, situation. Well, the builders so far have kind of done pretty decent as well. Now, of course, their war effort attacking the miners, despite, you know, the miners not being so well prepared, is the war effort is not going that good. They're getting kind of stranded. They're getting, you know, distracted over here in the tunnel. The well, this raid is actually doing pretty nicely. It's kind of destroying a few buildings at least, so that's something to brag about. And yeah, no territorial gain whatsoever though, so, you know, not that good. And the grifter to the north is like still attacking the miners. They're still trying to destroy every single territory of the miners in the northern area, except for the capital here, which is currently being defended. Alright, let's put on the sonic speed here, and we will see, like, we'll fast forward, you know. So the miner have made peace with the builders. Pretty good choice. Although the builders are actually trying to expand into the open space here. Kind of like deny the miners of their rebuilding opportunity. The farmers are now having to fight on their home turf now, because I guess the grifter has been bouncing back lately with their population, with their forces, stuff like that. Yeah, most of the war is now kind of like being fought over here-ish. Oh, they have made peace with each other. Seems that the farmer and the grifter have sort of agreed that, you know, they're not gonna be able to take out each other right away. The miner have also made peace with the grifters. So, who are they fighting with? Why are they still like? Oh, the grifter is still fighting the builders. All right. Well, these two kingdoms are sort of in the same ballpark in terms of power. Nah, not really. The grifter does actually have a lot more advantage, inherent advantage. The only thing that keeping this kingdom from completely destroying each other is their geographic location. They are quite far away from each other, and in order to reach the other kingdoms, they have to pass through the middle area over here. Seems that the builder have to relocate the capital after a devastating grifter attack. Truly the worst of enemies. Anything that the builders built, the grifter blew up. Oh my god, look at this. Where are they going? What is this guy doing? Well, one of the special areas, one of the special thing about this map that I've already pointed out is that the ocean are kind of like separated. That means the ship, this kind of thing, is going to be very much only useful when a war is fought defensively. Transporting troops from one point to another point, to another kingdom is nigh impossible unless if that other kingdom is already like knocking on your doorstep. Oh, the builder have made peace with the miners, and the grifter has made peace with builders. So, but we still have war. Since the farmer have picked up back the attack on the grifters, the farmers. Result-wise, it's still the same. It's still the same result. Still stuck over here. Although the grifter does actually manage to rebuild themselves pretty much. And now the builders are not doing so well. Most of these war will be fought by traveling over the center area over here, utilizing this bridges as the main highway, the main supply highway for the war, as you can see here. And as the war are being fought on the bridge, I think the most effective, the most dangerous weapon might be setting up a cannon right over here. Now, of course, the AI, the citizen of each kingdom here might not be able to discern that the cannon is gonna be like very dangerous weapon. So we don't expect to see any sort of like devastating cannon shot in the middle of the bridge, destroying an entire army. There's not gonna be any of that happening. Not now, at least, or at least not that I can observe. The miners have unfortunately fallen to a severely destructive attack from all of the other kingdoms, and now they have been reduced to the last 10 people. And their kingdom is no more. Okay, so this game is pretty much gonna be fought as a north, the grifters versus the south, the farmers. The builders are just here. They might be destroyed next. Who knows? But, it is increasingly likely that the grifter is going to be able to overpower the farmer despite the latter having a population advantage of 200 people. Now, of course, it also kind of rely on the fact that how many army personnel each have for their own like kingdom. The farmer currently have 1,202, while the grifter actually have more, 1,351. Here's the thing: the army man count is kind of influenced by the size of the villages. A village with huge size will be able to provide a much more substantial army, a substantial squad for the army. Meanwhile, a village with a small people count, small population, is not going to contribute too much into the army effort. And what I can see here, the elves have a lot of small villages. Ayohu, only 63 people. Nadi, Yugotoera, sort of like not kind of under 100, or maybe a little bit over 100, but it's not gonna provide very much, population for the army. Now the farmer here might not be making a good strategy decision here. They're attacking the builders. You might be like, oh, they can expand. They can kind of like, take over that area and destroy a potential annoying enemy. But I disagree. You see, right now the farmer is having a population advantage, and if they attack the builders, they're going to lose a little bit more people here, and the army is going to be focused on fighting the builders. And if the grifter were to attack during that time, they might just like overpower this border over here and basically take over that area, making the farmers sitting ducks. For now, though, it seems that the farmers have completely destroyed the builders. However, the grifter, being very sneaky, have snuck in a villager over here to try and establish a village, denying a chance to like claiming this area of land for the farmers. Very sneaky strategy. Now, of course, it does kind of work a little bit, but I don't know about the effectiveness in the long run. It's gonna draw attention for a while for our good old friend, so the grifter over here. Like, I mean, no, for the farmers, they're gonna have to like go and like destroy the village first as a response to any aggression. Okay, I mean, we already see like a huge army just kind of like standing here waiting to be told that attacking is okay, right? But that also means that the border, especially over here, is like kind of undefended right now. I mean, we have a single squad over here overlooking this entire eastern side of the border. I mean, this squad is like, controlling this area, kind of good. This area is like basically the heart of the map. You have to like around. I mean, you have to like travel over here to get to here. Pretty much, but there's also this place. Yeah. So now I'm just waiting for these two to declare war against each other. Population-wise, they are kind of the same. Army, 1,500. And for these guys, also 1,500. So the army is also kind of same. Differences in terms of like, 50 people is not that much of a big... It's not that big of a deal. We're just basically waiting for a spark here. I mean, the kingdom does actually hate each other a lot. So, you know, I think they're just waiting. They're like playing the waiting game for, you know, building up the forces. They're kind of like, yeah. All right, so I'm still waiting. Might just pause the recording here, and we'll be back when a war happens. Alright? Finally, after years of staring each other down the eye, the farmer have declared war on the grifters in the final battle for dominance. Immediately, I knew it. This area of the map is drawing attention away from the actual front line over here. Very bad decision by the farmers. The destruction of this village is drawing attention away from the front line over here. And drawing attention, I mean, it's like drawing resources from the actual areas that need to be, you know, defended. Like this center over here. Now, of course, you can see that there are definitely armies trying to defend this area, but they have been drawn away. The attention have been drawn away. What are you doing? You've let the orc in, and now you have to like go and clean up this orc squadron, who are now kind of like running around. The elves have lost the opportunity. They could have just sent one squad. What are these guys doing? Why are you just standing around here doing nothing? There's a war going on, and you guys are like, are you stranded on this area? No, you're not. Look at this. You can just walk across. I don't know what the leadership of the farmers are thinking, but they are letting the grifter running amok. The grifter has managed to take control over the center area. The crossroad, basically. By taking control of the crossroad, the grifter can basically conduct an attack in any part of the farmer's location. Despite the fact that the grifter right now have suffered some defeat, some territorial losses, but the farmers are now at a disadvantage due to that terrible tactical mistake. Oh no. Are you kidding me? They're attempting an island landing. These farmers, man. Destroy the population center in the mainland over here. You absolute. You grasp for brain. What are you doing? Your strong point is an archer army. Elves, you need to take control of this, like, you know, choke point area, shoot down any sort of invaders, slowly moving forward, forming like an archer squad. Just gotta, like, you know. I mean the advancing army is like clumped together. It's like perfect for an archer squad to defend. And here, you are wasting your troops into nonsense, like an island invasion, for no reason. They're not gonna be able to gain advantage at all. They're gonna be overwhelmed by a defensive force because they're not warriors. They're archers. Well, I mean, as you can see here, the Grifter has actually gained more orc power, more people. The former have lost their population advantage. The only advantage they have. Meanwhile, they have a whole squadron, a whole freaking army over here. Not one squad, like three squad. Just gotta sit over here doing nothing. I am not very sure what is the tactical thinking that's happening inside of the Elven who has wood for brain. They have squandered their only advantage, and now they are trying to defend to no avail. The western area is already breached, and there are no defending army except for these bumbling idiots. Over on this side of the map, we have a whole line of archers just standing here on the wall, defending nothing. Waste of manpower, of elf power, rather. I wouldn't be surprised if the orc can just quickly take over the western side, because it's pretty much undefended now. You see, taking over this village is a flawed idea. It is smoke and mirror. You've fallen for the oldest strategy in the book. That, except for, I mean, well, I guess the older would probably be something like, you know, the Trojan horse. But I don't think we have that thing here. Well, maybe, like you know, I am like, you know, putting out like a hypothesis, like a you know, fictional kind of situation where you have like an allied, you know, you have an basically like you have like an orcish kingdom from a different kingdom over here, and then these guys kind of jump in, like, you know, annex that kingdom. Then immediately they have like a you know, hostile to be hostile to the Elven kingdom over here, and it's gonna be like, you know, whatever. The point is, the elves have made a very stupid decision. Oh finally, we see some orc stepping around on this bridge, and it's finally dislodged these this bridge sitter, this bridge I don't even know, guy, to like, you know, motivate them to like go and like do combat. But it's a little bit too late at this point. Once again, I have been proven that I've been proven wrong. The orcs do have a very hefty advantage. But I would say it's not because, I mean, back, I mean, you know, yeah, I guess orcs are definitely overpowered. Not much the elf can do to I guess they can strike a peace treaty and rebuild their kingdom. Other than that, I don't see a way for the elf to like flip the table around, make the situation a little bit better for themselves. Nah, no, there's no way. So Orcus army have already made it into the forest over here. It's much too late for the elves. No matter what they do, there's not gonna be enough population this time to defend against the orc. They've squandered their only advantage, and they have made terrible decision. Told ya. And now, that little advantage of having this village is no longer an advantage. Shouldn't have taken that village in the first place. It's a bait. It's a trap. Villages after village, the elves have had to abandon their territory after devastating raids from the orcs. He who control the crossroad over here, control, the world. The elves are conducting desperate attack into the enemy territories. As you can see here, we have one squadron from the elf trying to attack the enemy orc kingdom capital. But I would say it's not gonna save them. It's already too late. Even if they try to draw attention away from the front line of the orc, it's like the orc have already kind of infiltrated into the center, into the population center of the elves, demolished several cities. It's no use. It seems that the majority of the orc army is arriving into the. It's like heading over here. They'll have sent yet another suicide mission into the orc territory and get absolutely destroyed. Oh, now they strike a peace treaty. You think that's gonna save you? No. You're going to buy some time for like rebuilding. There's not gonna be any territory left for you. You guys are done, okay? Not gonna be able to build up enough of an army to defend, and of course to flip over the board. Once the orcs have a population advantage, they pretty much just win. Alright, well I guess gonna have to wait for a little bit here for another war. So, you know, see you guys when a war happen. In a few never mind. It's already declared. Alright, immediately these newly built colonies burnt down, destroyed. From the look of things, it seems that the armies sending over by the elves are, well, just get killed. Slaughtered even. I mean, look at this. Gone. No defenders left. What are you going to do, elves? Cower? In fear? Probably. And these poor idiots. The only way I see them surviving till the end of the game, I mean, at the end of the game, is that, you know, they retreat over here and strike a peace treaty, so that the orcs are not going to chase them down. And with the fact that they are separated by the ocean, they're going to get the far land kind of perks. I mean, the stat on the diplomacy card. And that's really it. There's not much left. I'm not sure what the grifters are doing, sending all of the army into a port over here that does not go anywhere. Oh, okay, so they strike another peace treaty. Yes. Peace treaty. Buying time. Just, you know, it lengthen the inevitable. I'm just gonna let the game run a little bit here. Meanwhile, I will, you know, go grab some food. finally, we see some attack here down in the southern beach. The orc have finally made it into the back, the rear of the farmer kingdom. And they are steadily making progress. As the army from the grifters attack and advance into the mountains here, the king might actually start to, like, you know, be a little bit more panic about his situation. Well, it seems that for some reason, any kingdoms that are set up over here decided that this bridge is like the coolest place to hang out. I don't know what could have caused this. It might be a bug. Could be because of the strategic. Like, the AI sees it as like a strategic choke point for no reason at all. I certainly can't see a reason for that to, like, for them to, like, actually set up camp over there and, like, just not doing anything. I mean, we can see that there are orders being thrown around for, you know, soldiers to, like, go over here, but they can't seem to go over there physically, despite the fact that there's clearly a way to do so. But that doesn't really matter. I mean, the Grifter has orc power to spare. And yeah, even the island are not safe anymore. Look at this. Oh man, this island is out. The king have to retreat to the neighboring island, which is also not safe. The entire western side has been completely destroyed. But the battle can now focus on the eastern side of the farmers kingdom, the last bastion for Elven. Elvenity? I don't know. Elven civilization. We're seeing the last battle here, as the entire horde of orcs is pouring in, destroying any buildings they see, burning town, villages, farm, people. Screaming of terror can be heard. Oh, there we go. They have made peace. Not for long, mind you. As soon as the border touches again, they will try to attack each other. And there are not going to be any sort of rebuilding for the elves. Not any kind of rebuilding that actually matters. Curiously, there are still several elven ships kind of hanging around over here in the Western Ocean. Probably remnant of the old city over here. It hasn't been destroyed yet. Has anybody on the ship? Nope. Just kind of hanging around. Okay, finally back at it again with another war. You guys are letting me, like, you grifter, you guys are letting me, you know, running on overtime right now. Gee, I thought this game is gonna be over like 25 minutes ago. But you guys are pretty ineffective. What are they doing? Like they raid a village, they go back over here, board a ship, and then do nothing. What is that strategy? I feel like the AI is like confused. They're confused because of how the map is like kind of unorthodoxly built. Oh, now we start to see some of the troops moving back to closer to the front line, not into the enemy territories, mind you. They're just kind of boarding another ship for no reason. No ship from this side is gonna be able to go over here, you buffoon. How many soldiers are on this bridge sitting around eating bread? What is this? What is this nonsense? I'm just gonna like wait until the war is over. It seems that the orc have finally figured out which way to go, and now their army is steadily advancing towards the last remaining cities from the farmers. Took quite some time, but we finally arrived here. Let's see how long it takes for them to like clean up the Elven Kingdom. Oh, what do you know? They actually signed a peace treaty. I wasn't paying attention there. God, this dragging out for longer than I expected. Now I know that I can't just go ahead and like, use this to make them force them to start a war, but I want it to be as natural as possible. If I do that and interfere, then it's gonna make a precedent, and I can't just like help a kingdom make decision, even if I like them more than another kingdom. We need to be fair. The game needs to be fair, okay? At least as fair as possible. Cannot do anything about the inherent advantage that a kingdom have, but I can provide a an unbiased sort of opportunity, I guess. Oh boy, we are in the end game now, hopefully. Somehow fighting is happening over here, which kind of surprising that the farmers can actually manage to actually they destroy a village. Not anything. It's not anything impressive, mind you, but they can still manage to do some damage to the orc, which is kind of surprising on its own. Although I don't expect them to win or anything. Like, they're not gonna win the whole thing bit by bit. Don't get me wrong. The most they can do is retreat over here and declare peace with the orc, and I will declare the orc winners. But they get to survive. What the heck is this? Huh, they actually made peace. But there's still a... Oh my god, really? Look at this. There's still a little tiny bit of the farmers left on the mainland, so there's still a chance for war. And that means I still have to overlook this kingdom. We are going into the overtime, baby. Oh boy, back at it again with another war. Every time they start doing this, I'm like, ah yes, it's gotta be the final, it's gotta be the end. And it's not. Why? Because this idiot cannot they cannot navigate the map correctly. This goes they just kinda go like somewhere very random. Like why would you go up north? There's no enemy up there. These fools. And whatever they do, they actually like send their entire army up there for no reason. This map is weird. It's like confusing the AI. They don't understand the layout of the map. Okay, now they're going back. Let's see the problem here. Alright, the only way, there are only two ways for this to end. One, the farmer does not get any sort of land, like mainland territory whatsoever. Or two, these guys finally managed to figure out which port can actually go to this island. Not this one. Not this one. You're gonna get to go to either this one or this one to actually, like, you know, get to one of these islands. But I don't really think that they can actually figure it out. What the heck is this? Come on. Come on, just go to the correct ship. You're right here. It's right here. Come on. Okay, well this bumbling fool have finally made peace. Alright. You know what? That's gonna be it. That's the end. They're not gonna be able to fight a war anymore because of a little trick called the Farland traits. As long as the Farland trait is on, they're not gonna be able to declare war against each other. Which I think is kind of a flaw in the design. But, you know, convenient for me, so. Anyway, that's gonna be it. The Grifter have managed to dominate the entire world. Almost the entire world except for these two islands. And yeah. Well, I hope you guys do enjoy it. I don't think you guys gonna I don't think you guys are gonna enjoy this episode. This is more like torture for me. And yeah, I'm gonna like and subscribe. Probably not for this episode, but if you want to see more, you know, go ahead. Anyways, I'm gonna have to end it here because I'm not supposed to be sitting down in front of the computer right now. Okay, bye.